Spade to spade, right? The desk have touched on this. This veto does feel as if it leans heavily in favour of Fnatic. I mean, the win conditions have got to be at least putting up a fight in map one. And that's your previous series aside, they had a thrilling opening map.
Is it Ascent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got to make this interesting, right? And Breeze is the one that really you could potentially toss up in the air if Fury are able to really kind of slip into being that, you know, very difficult to grasp team that we know they have the potential to be.
See if they can live up to that. Starting out on the defending side, Furia going to have to handle Fnatic's approach, which is so damn good on this map. The record by their name is substantial. They're not as clean as he'd like on the first couple of shots there.
Elsewhere, actually, Alpha gets picked up. Zine actually finds Durka on the repeat. And immediately here, a two-man advantage presented for Furia. Fnatic going to continue to force the issue here with Boaster in this late lurk towards B main, but he's going to try and find a kill here. Actually, about to get walled off as well.
Yeah, options looking highly unlikely for Fnatic, but maybe Boaster, timing not quite there. Going to be noted that removes that element that maybe they could have lent towards with quite a lot of time left. There's 50 seconds to play with, so there's still potential threats across the board, but no real success towards the site. And now with Enzo falling, it's looking less and less likely. Maybe gambling over towards his B site, but there's still no way in. They're banking on Boaster doing something. And yes, chip damage, but still no frag.
I mean, this ball should be coming down eventually, but actually Boaster picked up before Mystic can even get across to support him. It's going to be a matter of time now. The frenzy going to be difficult from this range. Fury up. Close out the pistol.
And again, when we talk to Spectres and the Bulldog, and on the other side, I don't think there's any investment at all, no, just classics.
Oh, he's 2 shots to the headhunter for Durka. Frugal here in round 2. Immediately the wall goes up. Durka actually nearly making one of those work. No tag though. Actually, this wall will really slow things down. With just classics on the other side of it, it's going to require Fnatic to either bring the knives out, create enough noise, but they're going to have a decent idea of who's behind it anyway.
Yeah, that's, I mean, maybe a plant. You're clutching at straws. You want the slim benefits in these rounds, and looking towards a spike, not quite there towards site yet, still in the hands of Boaster. So you're making its way forward, wall in place. That's going to be chipped away at. And the plant going to come down. I don't think much is going to deny it. Actually, no, there is a fair amount of utility on the site. That's going to stop Boaster. Gets melted to pieces. So far, so good. 5 standing for Furia.
Enemy remaining.
And only so far, Mazin being the one punished as it's clean. Good work from Furia here, Mike.
4 standing. Very good
And bite to it.
Whether or not he's just going to play very passive here, and if you know things slip out of hand or out of control, he's just going to back away, try and hold on to it. But certainly interesting to see. Wow, it's not passive.
Not at all. Okay, this is quite exciting. Getting super proactive down middle. Does have support as well. He's not alone there.
But that's the thing. It's a key focal point, really, in controlling Fnatic on their attacking half. Is this presence outside a tube, not allowing anything to slip the net.
Well, the amount of times we complimented that mid lurk coming out from be it even Boaster, Alpha at the time. We've seen a couple of players do it. And with that presence still noted, Boaster's going to try and drift back over. Now, let's note the timing. He could get this right. This could be critical to outcome.
He's in range of his TP so deep in tube as well that
Boaster actually still checks it.
I was to say, it was nearly a clean swing there, actually, with the crowd to the last second.
But the time, again, they're down to 50 seconds now. Fnatic will have to start taking these further risks towards the site.
Absolutely.
Warded away at least the operator, but still 3 players towards backside. They have been doing quite well at causing issues for Fnatic, but now, with the weaponry by their side, they should be able to kind of potentially shift into a better position. Already going to pick up the first. That removes one of the players who's tucked towards the back of sight. Trade comes out. It's not over yet. Hold on! No. Wait, what is going on? Furia. This could be huge. This is a 2v2, and the timing for Khalil could be massive. The timing! He's got it! Catching Boaster, slipping through the mist, and now Enzo in the 1v2. Does still have the spike to hand, so he can get a plant, Mike.
No, expect Furia to barrel through here. Enzo capable of the clash, we know it.
Couple of bits of util left as well for Khalil. This isn't too bad, but okay, noted on the knife. Couple more seconds, but he's trying to play around the world, play that timing. All still there, gets depleted, as does the Sage Wall. First contact made, and he's down to 9 HP. You see Khalil going to try and push up on this one, but the diffuser's coming in. He ain't stopping! Furia! Converting bonus, unbelievable. A risky purchase, Mike, but it pays.
Massive gaps in the utility, though.
Okay, maybe testing the waters elsewhere.
Yeah. First time actually seen any sort of focus in the early round towards B here. Bo's just going to get caught up in that snake beast, but this time around, the operator pays dividends.
And he gets away with his life. No trade available, nothing to be found. And actually proactive through middle at the same time. Furia taking a lot of the boxes, a little risque to be doing this, but posting up Mazin just a little deeper towards middle. And see similar scenes on the other side, potentially trying to find some facts for Alpha, but again, that rotation back would be an issue. For now, though, Enzo looking for information towards B.
I mean, the fact that Boast has fallen first makes this B hit. I was going to say, Durka furiously looking for that one. Alpha are going to be tested in mid as well, but Mazin up to the task.
Yeah, so far, so good for Furia here. Mystic and Enzo, they were noted earlier on. And, this is okay. That was maybe a little much, but
he can come back and get the res now. He can get Boaster back up.
He's straight away to it. Okay, back to a 3v3. Certainly not over yet, Mike.
Well, it makes it a little easy now. What I was about to say, with Boaster falling, this Viper wall being down makes this B site execute so much harder to even make use of the Sage wall. Decent flash, but no reward for it.
25 seconds. And then that's a spike down. Mystic's fallen. Quickly gathered by Boaster, but there's no safety. This Enzo needs to almost secure this himself. Has to fight away to find some safety. And Furia rip it away. That's 4-0. Let's pump the brakes now, because we were talking about pump the brakes just a round ago, and he's going to be coming back in with a plan. So, again, I mean, he maybe not always getting the credit he deserves. Very much one of the key aspects of what has made Fnatic great in the past. So hopefully he's going to be able to adjust a couple of things here. Let's look at what they come in with. And it's Stingers galore, Headhunter coming out, and that's about all she wrote. And once again, look towards middle. Mazin already starting to have a little bit of a glimpse, a little bit of a look, but again, you don't want to be too over-aggressive. You don't want to give away too much in these rounds. This is another test for Furia. How do they look in their anti-ecos? How robust do they look? Because you said it, you want to see the economy starting to stabilize, and this is the round for exactly that.
I think very cautious in approach here, but a lot of it, oh, actually, only one tagged. I thought that knife was maybe going to ping 3, but the fact that it's Enzo would lean towards a couple more members of Fnatic lying in wait. Once again, wall goes up actually under 50 seconds, so Fnatic kind of have to deal with this now.
There's only 2 on the side this time for Furia. We have seen that third player rotate really quickly, and that might be the case now. Mazin kind of drifting back away from middle. Might have to leave that more into the hands of Khalil to fill that gap, as the hit will be coming through. So 3 on the side. Good spot towards Belt already. Durka gone down. That's a Headhunter removed from this. For the Stingers, you don't want to get up close to them, and you're seeing that now. Alpha shows it how it's done, and it's a firing squad.
Damage.
But again, none of it came towards Furia. It was all on Fnatic. 14 seconds now. They're running out of time. They got to make a move, and they do. Enzo and Boaster somehow break in. 9 seconds now. Khalil has to do some damage here. The odds popped. Enzo's taking down his teammate. They're still doing damage. Mike, it ain't over yet.
See, Khalil already down to 1 HP now with the decay. Finally dug out by Enzo. A Fnatic convert a Thrifty to stop that momentum from building. Gets dealt with. I'm expecting at least one to dip away. You know, come back to an anti-plant. You know, use some of that utility a little wiser. You see, actually, that.
I love how aggressive this guy is.
Yeah.
This is, and they're investing behind it. You've got Stingers still coming out because they've been buying this operator to try and activate this. But already a different look from Fnatic. Very passive. Noted, though. That's already been spotted now.
Well, potential here for the round to slow down and actually Durka to slip into maybe that lurking role after first contact with the operator. Do have the Hunter's Fury in the lockdown available for Fnatic, though. Again, an indicator, at least early on with the Viper, investing the wall towards B. I'm curious to see how Furia play this, because an early investment, actually the turret not spotting the push-up here on A. So Alfia's going to slip back in here, looking as if it's going to be a 2-man lurker through mid low.
Decent info found, but you're right, it's 2 players to this now. On the other side, though, it's not just one. Not just seeing Maz in there, you're going to have the support coming over as well. So bear in mind the purchase isn't perfect, so some of these players are on the stinger, but the adjustment from Khalil is good. Trade comes out for Alpha. That was the second player towards mid for Furia. A little bit of a pop flash as well, and they're trying to clear back through, but already the side hit comes in, but they haven't cleared. Back by Yellow. It's still good trades for Furia. They're still at the advantage. 1 player up.
Tap on, but doesn't commit to it just yet.
10 seconds left.
Actually, the Fragment going to do just a little damage, going to force Enzo back, but it's a 2v3 now. Durka and Enzo left to try and recover this post plant.
Yeah, but Durka on the case, operator to hand, a pixel out of place is all he normally needs. He's noted it, he's got it. Big shot from Durka, back down to the 2v2. Oh, that was so close, Durka. And the readjustment on this, how are these not hitting? They look like they're on the money. Hunter's Fury gonna come down, that's from Enzo. The backline's Khalil! Body checks Durka, and the shot goes straight for Enzo. Diffuse gonna come in, can he do anything to deny this? Khalil is gonna sit this one. Time. The bodyguard is on this, and he's just gonna hold it down. Enzo cannot get there in time. Furia! Now, fortunately for Fnatic, their money's still okay. They fashioned a buy, but it's not perfect. You're gonna see the ult coming in there as well. Khalil gonna try and lock out that A site, deny that approach. Now, we know Fnatic, this won't stop them going for this potentially.
No, and quite often they do use the lockdown, which is available here for Alpha yet. Whether or not they're feeling confident enough to force the issue, so to say, on A site. Different look at Durka, not actually spotted with that Al drone. I was going to say, a different look to this.
Or are they going to try and punish this mid piece?
Marzin's actually slipped through. Durka gave up the angle for a moment there.
Oh my god. He still gets tagged. Mazin still gets tagged. I mean, Durka's
it's a miracle he's able to slip into that corner, though, with 3 members of Fnatic there. Just the timing was perfect for him.
I'm looking at this adjustment from Fnatic. Are they trying to condition mid a little bit here? I don't know where they're going to try and find this benefit from, because already they've slipped back so deep.
I mean, I just saw a couple of pings here, whether or not Mystic's going to stay and actually wall off mid behind this poison orb.
Okay.
See on the other side of it, actually. I was anticipating an A split here on the side of Furia still.
Yeah, they're really committed to this one. Hunter's Fury out of nowhere. Okay, that's ascend it and hope for recipient, but finds very little.
No information either.
20 seconds though. The time is running so low. Now the lockdown's going to help things out. Does anything really get that dealt with? The swing could have done something, but the damage was not enough. Really not connecting on this. Ditches in on the back of the site, still looking for players. He's going to find one. He's just going to stand and deliver as best he can. Only one though. This ain't bad for Fnatic. Get themselves a plant. Mazin is safe for now, but they at least get themselves in the post plant here, Fnatic.
Durka's got to be careful. He's full swing in sight and with no wall up, completely exposed to CT.
So vulnerable. And now down to Alpha, Enzo, Mystic, the play coming back in, Khalil, Mazin. All looking for the way forward. Khalil's already going to be sat on this one. That's going to be halfway. No one's challenging this again. Oh, finally Mystic gets down Khalil.
This wall should drop in a second as well. And
snappy.
We'll find another.
Really snappy.
Has to slip away from this one with 18 HP, but Mystic will find it.
Nice.
3 on the round for him.
It just put me into panic mode as soon as I saw Durka just getting pried out of nowhere.
I don't know if somebody was supposed to be picking up that angle as well. Yeah,
it just didn't seem right that you're sat in that spot. So we come back in Sheriffs. Fnatic have done well to at least deal with the money, and Boaster ratting it up in spawn. Oh.
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 Well. No smokes again.
That's a little rough.
Gonna make either of it, but actually Fnatic feels if they had. Oh no, Mystic was still vulnerable. He absolutely ate that shot dart.
Why is there 3 of them alive, Mike? This should not be the case. This shouldn't be a problem. You have Durka, Alpha, Enzo still standing. The res comes in, they're committing to this one. They think they got a real shot in this. Durka's still though.
He has to hold
standing tall. He needs a lot of damage from this. 3 players, what do we have? First piece, and he gets 2! Of course he does! It's Durka getting the double. And bringing it back to the 3v3. Recovered rifle, now in the hands of Furia. And Durka, if he has to do it alone, he will. That's so much impact already! Just about the bullet goes astray. Double dips on towards it, but again, it's just down to Durka. Hold on, it ain't over yet. It certainly ain't over yet. But Durka ain't singing, but the defuse is coming in. He's just going to sit this down. Durka getting closer. Headhunter pulls him away. And that is the man you need to pull you back into place. Fnatic. Icebox, one of their strongholds. Furia look prepared, but they could get stopped on 5 and this would all be for nothing, right? This could all then turn right back in Fnatic's favor. Starting to see some of those players get activated, some really nice rounds. Purchase now back with Furia after the back of the timeout. Deep Flash goes in and Durka needs to once again be very cautious here. You can already see the Furia happy to test this early.
Test it. At least to commit to a couple of swings here and commit to very deep positions posted up.
He went again! He went again!
It's Boaster again as well. Mystics one away from the res. Can they recover this round, get an ult orb in his hands, and get this back on track? But
This guy plays with no respect. He doesn't care for it. He doesn't care who he's facing. He doesn't care about the name. He's taken him down. That's 2 picks already. Boaster and Alpha are gone. And Mazin, I mean, Rez comes out, fortunately, gets him back up to 4. Boaster with a second chance at life.
Back here again!
Commitment! This is madness, Mike. This isn't what it's meant to be.
They've dipped 3 times towards getting these opening engagements here before Fnatic can even set up for some of these executions. It's beautiful to watch.
They're treating Fnatic like this. That's... The balls to do it. The Flash not quite good enough to find Boaster, so he gets the fight he wants. And actually, Mazin's low here, down to 10 HP. This opens up such a potential for that mid-pressure to come in now.
To get the plant away, actually, as Furia can't really fault him for trying to readdress mid. Mystic lucky to get away with his life there.
I mean, this is still... okay, the trades, Mystic, the only one alive. How is it down to 1? And you know Mazin, you know he's going to be pushing this aggression, is unrelenting. He wants this with Mystic back up to full HP. Toys with him. And I've got to say...
On site, I think because they're probably reading into it. Yeah, we've got a 3v2. Yep. Let's just push this, play trades. They catch Durka before he gets into that cheeky spot on top of boxes, but really impressed with Furia so far, honestly. And not just from the plays we're seeing, it's their grasp of the timings and exactly what Fnatic want to achieve outside both sides.
They're a gutsy team. The way they play is just so brazen, and you can see the response from Fnatic now, waiting for that. They're going to have to hold a bit more of a default for a slightly elongated time, try and make sure that no one is going for these audacious plays that this Furia side is happy to test out. But where they now head, you're down to, what, about a minute? The purchase they're coming up against is not particularly impressive. Last time they did have, to be fair, last time that they did have that tour de force in play.
Yeah,
so
sure.
A little bit more of an equalizer, but here, still showing a lot of respect. They've tamed Fnatic, at least for now.
As if Enzo and Boaster are actually going to be tasked with set up a little bit of a fake towards B. Drone going to come through, wall will go up.
Hello.
Will be noted here, but sticks around at least for the time being, but hasn't really pulled a rotation. There's still 3 members of Furia on a site, and actually this mid-presence building now, trying to actually catch the backside of this.
Will he hear this?
Possibly.
I think he might have, I don't know if he heard steps, but might have heard enough because they aren't moving. They're really committing towards this. This is quite worrying for Fnatic walking into this one. This one, Burn is still there, and the lockdown can't be committed. 10 seconds, they fumbled it, Mike. This could be all in pieces right now. Furia now have bodies on the site. 9 seconds they have to commit. Boaster has to get the plant down. There's no backing away from this. Noted on the knife, but he does get the plant in. That's at least the time on their side, but now they're surrounded. Furia just trying to pry them away from the side, pry them away from these corners. Khalil with the connection. But wait, the position's coming out. What do they have there? Boaster commits it. He wants to secure this so badly. Enzo still fighting. They aren't done yet. Oh, the timing! They push forward, they find Enzo! And now Boaster! Too many players! Furia getting fired up behind us and Fnatic falling. This is 6 on the board now.
And this is another anti-eco that just feels as if they go into panic mode.
Huh. Yeah,
this is their stomping ground.
Exactly, like, context is everything. If you're just looking at this at face value with no statistics, no thought behind it, you go, well, any team can win on any game. Fantastic, great mentality. The realistic chances of it against Fnatic here are so slim. There's such a powerhouse on Icebox, and that's a big amount of information. So let's see how Furia once again handle this. Fnatic falling back into their habits here, but now they have that purchase behind them. They can commit the lockdown. Mystic's got the pick, and this should be good to go.
See the lockdown lasting through the shock darts, whether or not actually anybody's going to get caught here from Furia.
Two of them.
Catch 2.
Oh, Alpha.
Oh, he's chomping at the bit to go and swing that.
You can see it. You can see it. And oh no, he found Khalil. There were 2 players throwing. He finds Khalil out of both of them. And again, there's still 4 players in a post plant, right? You've still got Boaster then. Actually, no utility to play with at that point. Enzo should be fine. Boaster just gonna push himself forward, and he's actually
took his eyes off him for a second.
Didn't see towards the top side of things. The drop down comes in. Boaster's been hunted down. And now the res comes out. They're back up to 3, back down to 2. Trading out. We're down to just 1, and Enzo has to clutch this out. The ult comes in, the tap on the spike, but he's got the lineups. He needs to be good for this one. And there's the chip damage. It ain't much. That is the Enzo! The safest pair of hands you could have prayed for. This game is absolutely wild. What a treat we're getting. And honestly, this could have been a blowout, but so far, this close, Super, super slick. Excuse me, Hunter's Fury this early off the back of the tag, maybe just to isolate the player on site, which they've done exactly that to the response in kind. Posted it back through. Enzo now down, but to a 4v4.
Mystic's got the red zone. Yeah, I feel like what is this, his third res on the half now? Oh, he's going to come back and get this. The Fragment doing a lot of damage.
Alpha's so low.
He's down to 5 HP.
Ah! He's down! What
the flank?
Furia! How have they closed this down? Boaster is now so alone. He's got players left, right, center. He takes down 2. A third, no! Oh my word! Now 7-5. If you are just tuning in, Furia are indeed leading Fnatic on Icebox. Now, it could all change, Mike. I know, I'm telling myself this. But hell, they are putting up a fight. But we have to see it now translate onto this attacking side, because Fnatic will be woken the hell up now.
Absolutely, we'll see. No, initially suppressed here, Durka, but noted in terms of position. No confirmation just yet. He's still looking to get a little curious on the other side of pipes. Much safer setup here from Furia, though. Nobody drifting underneath Nest. I'm happy to wait things out now. Actually got 2 players posted up towards B. Potentially take a little contact. But it's cautious, considering how the end of the first half ended, but...
Totally different tone. The pacing just almost eerie, almost too silent, almost too quiet at this point. Fnatic might get a little too curious, and you can see him trying to avoid line of sight here. Durka will get forced away, and they're going to be quick towards getting the sight. Mystic, the next one in line. And actually, Mystic's been having a belting game, bear in mind.
He really has.
Top of the scoreboard, leading the way. But Furia are on the site. They should be able to get the spike plant down unless Durka keeps doing this little bit of chip damage here and there. Just down to 3. The response is in middle, but it's traded.
Just 2 members left here for Furia to try and hold on to site here. Actually trying to get ahead of the curve and do a little bit of damage or find a kill.
Oh, these are hitting cleanly. There it is. Comfy work for Fnatic and a necessary round to start closing in on this scoreline.
And what's I know the desk just touched on it previously, having a fantastic first half. Marzine has to address the front line, right? He has to be the one on.
Worried coming back into this. It's classics. I think maybe a shorty being toyed with, but that's about it. Again, we have seen a couple of these go a little wonky, Mike, and so a little bit skew-if here. Durka's on 27 HP, but it's okay. He'll get away with his life. Maybe not. How is this so dangerous? How are we here? How is it a 3v3? They've got a Spectre, I guess. They've recovered it. A tap on the spike has to adjust around. This is so... Oh, that's beautiful. So good from Boaster. Big denial on the spike plant.
Stalemate ensues, but actually a double flank coming through from Fnatic. It's Mystic and Durka looking to get behind this once again. So Furia opt to stack towards backside. Actually, they have the wall to complement this setup as well. Durka very, very tagged up. All the time, it's not good.
Mazin's gone. Khalil, last one alive, and it feels like a formality as the timing switch for Boaster. Really well played to him, though, there to be able to deny the spike plant off. They adjusted going up towards the top side of Nest.
Furia just look lethal in their thrifty rounds. They look so lethal.
That was a shorty and a headhunter?
Exactly. I was talking about on the defensive half, the ult progress here towards that sort of force. Boaster brings Spectre and Enzo as well, actually. I'm curious to see now what the actual approach is for this second half from Furia. Similar scenes to the pistol, really. Same 2 players at least posted towards B main. Khalil actually went a little deeper this time around, but just trying to prod and poke a little bit towards B. A site is actually
just Durka.
Just Durka, yeah. As the rotation's coming through slowly, but it's only towards mid. Actually dealing with the trap is going to alter that at all, but Furia have crept up towards pipes here, so... And the knife back off cooldown. You know, identify Durka's playing this close. Very strange setup for Furia. I don't know if they're just trying to look for confirmation of where this utility is being invested or trying to wait for somebody to overstep the mark. Don't expect Fnatic to do that.
No, they're not a team who's going to give you those opportunities. And here's the knife. There's also a spot. And Durka, with a little bit of repetition playing towards Nest, gets punished this time. Last time it was the tags off the headhunter. This time, demolished. Vandal. Spike plant coming in. Don't know if there's anything to stop this. No. Spike now down. Time on their side. Alpha just found two out of nowhere. Where the hell did he get that from? But a quick wrap towards the back of the site gives them advantage again. And a shutdown in the post plant. Furia back.
Attack. I don't know if Furia feel as if they just want a couple of fact finders now. That was their first buy round, so
true.
Maybe just wanted to slow that one down a little bit. Maybe see Fnatic's approach. But I don't necessarily feel as if they came away from that round learning an awful lot.
It was quite an unorthodox round, to be fair. I think from start to end, it was certainly a little different to what we'd expect. But Fury coming to this with a decent amount of weapons to hand, and obviously the same cannot be said for Fnatic. Hero rifle on Durka, Guardian for Alpha, Judge for Mystic. So it's bits and pieces, odds and ends. Boaster and Enzo just down on the Classic. So this, see if they can cause the same amount of danger in their kind of half buys here, I guess. Mystic has been good, and he's going to hear these steps coming. No subtlety to this anymore. Support's there, 4 on the site. Fnatic in the right place to try and do some damage here, and rightly so they do. A 1-1 trade out. Big denial so far. The rifle finally removed. Durka only does manage to get one. So it is down to a 2v3, and bear in mind, Alpha's the one with a little bit more threat here.
You have to comfortably get this plant down, though. Enzo only on the Classic.
Revealing edge.
Actually sweeping the header, Alpha.
Nice.
We'll find the headshot as well. The lockdown's available now.
And this puts him in such a predicament, Enzo. Can you do anything with this? I mean, if he can just punish a couple of these players, that'd be great, but it's just going to force their hand, right? Fury have to dip away slightly, give up the sight.
Good for this.
Oh, and Enzo's gone down. 5 HP. This would need a miracle, and he might make it. Oh, not going to make it happen that time.
Well, now, but look at this ult cycle for Furia, and then look at the scoreline.
It's a little scary, Michael.
That's very scary.
Oh,
So's that.
See, how is that tag? Dirk is still such a threat at all occasions. An attempt to slow him down. Chip damage.
Big damage after that, actually. Down to 75 HP.
Boaster is trying to backfill this. There will be a fight between the Vipers as well. Maybe a little outnumbered now. Where do they go with this? 1 minute to make their choice.
Problem being, if they can create a little bit of pressure towards Durka, I think that's going to be the catalyst for Boaster to swing out here.
Deeper angle on the other side. Yeah, there it is. The deeper angle pushing up. He was so aware of how Durka wanted to play that, punishing it and opening up huge opportunity. This could force the hand, but it is just going to be Boaster still soloing out. Flanks on the way. Rotation is en route, but again, this is still so difficult. Big pick from Enzo. That's going to slow things down.
See, Tour de Force getting popped here. Halfway through, Mystic, gotta be careful. Is he desperately looking for an angle here?
30 seconds left.
He's gonna hear these shots. A tag.
I see Alpha, yeah, here.
Alpha from above, and he outdoes him. Brilliant work from Alpha here, supporting on the site now. The flank's still on the way. Boaster is still slowly creeping those back lines, but it's gonna take a moment before it even hits into effect. They're just trying to get this block down, and they pry away 2 of the players, make it 3! And now just down to that flank, and look at that intuition, look at that timing. They knew exactly where he's coming from, but he still gets the shot.
He's got a massive HP advantage here, at least on the first.
Can you do something?
Khalil a little disconnected.
This could be huge for Boaster, huge for Fnatic. And a 1v2 ain't easy, and they aren't showing their hands right now. Eventually has to close towards the site. It didn't do what it needed. You can see him still waiting this one out, and Boaster has no idea, but he's actually gambled this the right way. He turns around, he turns away, and his fate is sealed. 10 rounds for Furia now.
Anything like that, but the Viper Spear really throws a spanner in the works.
Scanning ahead.
They're going to give up sights this easily. Alpha, yeah, with an early pick, though. That's a full swing through mid, actually.
Okay. The rest going to come out, though. So back up to 5 apiece. But forcing that out, not necessarily a bad thing. So lovely early damage.
Takes 1 piece off the board.
Yeah, really nice. And Alpha has been good at finding a couple of these kills. We've seen a lot of the rounds, even when they've gone to the wayside, finding 2, 3 kills here and there. First, a couple of openers as well. Not like he's having a quiet series, but again, the collective for Furia looking so on the money. And a similar look this round, just kind of this longer extended default now.
Caution here.
Heavy emphasis towards 8. And Boiler, actually, for
Scanning ahead.
Fnatic. Durka just tasked. Hold on to yellow for the time being. Sure, he's actually able to escape this. I mean, he's only got a Bucky in hand, and it's going to be an awkward TP. Not even sure if the sound cue's heard in the drone there. Replacing the second. Down to 30 seconds, and Fury are yet to make a decision, but they have drawn a rotation. Have a favourable engagement towards A site here. If they can get bodies behind this, it's Boaster and Mystic to try and hold down the fort.
Oh, it wasn't pretty, but it gets the job done. Couldn't get the follow-up though. 15 seconds, they're starting to drown under the time here, and Boaster waiting on the back lines. This could be huge. Hunter's Fury, great timing from Enzo and Boaster. They should be enough here. Enzo doing as much as he can and may have just bailed them out in this round. Durka, shots go straight, but the time has run down. Fnatic live to fight another day here.
There is a lot happening behind the scenes with what they're trying to achieve on B main.
You got to remind yourself this is still Fnatic, right? One team. We want to be seeing fine form here. Not a bad way to get themselves back on track. First pick goes in. That's Khalil gone.
Well, they just try and commit to the plant here.
They are. He's got so much space. Oh, the timing.
Oh my God!
What? What the what? Sorry. So, Fnatic, are you okay? Because that was never meant to happen. Oh, and it's just shooting fish in a barrel, man. This is a tragedy in the making. I've never seen anything like it.
Here come the troops.
Well, I can't believe this is the round. I can't believe I'm genuinely stunned.
What the hell was that?
One off the rope. Where's the aim reset on the
deeper than it? Tries to even get up to go towards kitchen or towards hallway.
That's broken Fnatic's money. This could be 12 for Furia. The gods are smiling on Furia today. That is not something you were meant to have happen, but it worked. And you'll hold on to that when you get it. But you don't often get those times when it all lines up and all works out. A little bit of tip damage done, so have to work this one back in, and they're not backing down just yet. Mystic gonna stand and try and take the fight, but so many bodies and just so many weapons staring your way. What are you meant to do?
You're looking to step the pace up a little bit behind this first blood. The opener here, Durka's good for one. Marzine will trade it back out though.
They still try and fight this out. Alpha puts his life on the line. It's
Another
just nothing.
repeat.
Yeah, just nothing hitting. Enzo, what are you gonna do? A 1v3. It's not looking good. It's looking like 12 is inevitable. And I still am just stunned and in awe at this entire game. Oh, so is he.
Flash here actually gets the first. Down to 20 HP though.
Standing ahead.
Expecting a little more discipline from Furia to not let this one.
Did he see a blind? I think he did, and so it ain't over yet. There's still a couple of seconds, and
They've traded places.
Enzo's surely not going to know what he does, and it's 12 for Furia. Can you bloody believe it?
Get this man off the ropes.
Please.
Seriously, just get him away from all the ropes.
I don't know what
Fnatic got some tools to throw at this. The Viper's Pit, the lockdown, the res for Mystic, who, by the way, just somebody that doesn't usually shine as bright as this. He's had a fantastic performance here, even with Fnatic being 4 rounds down here on Icebox. Mystic's been the driving force in some of these rounds. Once more, a little bit of presence shown towards B. It's Boaster this time around. Durka actually almost faking his position here with the trap over towards B, but he's an extra body on A site here.
4v3. Perfect first pick for Durka. Gonna get himself out, slip away. Losing out on Khalil early on, again, could cause problems.
Shot that.
Oh, follow up Durka. Holding on to this round. Again, if I have to do it myself, I will, he says, as eventually going to be traded out, but the damage has been achieved. You're down to now 3, but look at the space that's being garnered, and this is going to...
way away from default as well.
He's having flashbacks over here, man. All you can see is that rope on the other side every time he peers around, but does he get the timing?
He's spotted at least.
Revealing area.
There it is. Rotation should be called in pretty soon. Left. Support system needs to come into place. Looking at Alfair, slowly working his way through middle. Caution towards CT being shown already by Enzo. Carefully there. Wall goes up and actually getting a little ahead of this. They're not playing passive by any means. The lockdown's going to come in. The res comes out. Fnatic will take no chances here. And probably rightly so. So much danger even with these two still standing.
Full 2v5 here. And noted at least some util to use here for Marzine, but It's going to take a miracle to convert this one.
They need such a fumble from Fnatic here. So hard to try and maybe determine the outcome when back to the wall. You have no room to really play within this. Mazin just spraying him wildly, not getting what he wants. The wall's in place. Secure the body block if they have to. They'll do whatever's necessary. They're trying to take him down with a defuse. It's there. Fnatic far from...
Yeah, but he was getting slapped about in ways that you wouldn't really expect anybody to in such a deep default. But he's recovered really well.
Fnatic feeling brave. Having a little look for that first pick, but are going to be backing away. And this time, no initial first blood drawn for them. Last time we saw Khalil drop early. This time, keeps his life.
First time we've actually seen Furia stack up and commit behind some of this A presence. Durka, you can see, actually suppressed here. And a lot of utility invested towards him. He's dug out immediately.
Instantaneously. You can hear the ult go through Mystic. He's in. This
No
man
way,
is on
Mystic.
a mission. It's incredible from Mystic.
What?
The follow-up as well. Mystic keeping Fnatic alive, and he still might be needed in this. It ain't over yet. Mystic and Boast are still standing in the 2v3. Plant is down. Tour de Force is popped. Furia want this one done. They want out of here. Can the man on the screen, 23 kills to his name, do any more for his side? Trying to allow any chance to cross to the site, popping the Viper's Pit to do so.
It's so
and
far
Mystic,
off the spike, though.
it is, but he's taking a couple of steps forward. Mazin, no idea where he's gone to at this moment. Mystic's still there and Boaster by his side. Wall goes up.
He spotted Barrel.
He's seen him. Oh, but Mystic! He's found another! It's 3! And now a 2v2, but the time's starting to tick. A Boaster, he sees one, he gets the tag, he can't get the frag. A Boaster at 1 HP! Anything more? Can this man do it? No! Furia! Zero fear of Fnatic's home turf. Pick up map 1. This is unseen.
And they right their wrongs from that first series. We were referencing
my
there.
God.
I got a little bit worried, but what a performance here.
This is sick.
What a performance from Furia.
Who else beat
I was
Fnatic
not
here?
expecting that at all.
Make him look like that.
But to say as well, just demonstrating a really, really solid understanding of exactly how Fnatic like to play and like to set up here on Icebox, particularly in the first half. There were so many positives I was seeing, not just, you know, certain bits of utility or swings in certain positions, but it was the timings that were actually on point, time and time again. Like I said, maybe, you know, roll the dice, getting lucky a couple of times, finding Boaster to be the one to fall, potentially Mystic to...
I mean, how many times did you see it with Khalil falling, though, on the other side?
Exactly.
I'm genuinely stunned because, again, the desk was saying it, and there's a reason we were talking about this being the stronghold for Fnatic. This being left in the map pool caught our attention, but maybe Furia baiting them into this. I mean, they looked so well equipped to handle a lot of what made Fnatic great on this map. Individually, outstanding work from a couple of the Furia players. Mystic really firing off, but could only do so much. I mean, 13-9. Mike, I have to remind you again, this is elimination.
It is, yeah. Just to put it in context, that first half and how much of an achievement it is for Furia, typically sitting close to 70% of attacking rounds converted. Actually, 85% post-spawn success. Now, you look back at the timeline here, I'm not sure if they'll revisit this on the deck.